Hello, students. It is time for another Read Aloud. Hope you guys are enjoying your day. Today I'm going to be reading a book called This is the Teacher. There's Arrow, there's the teacher. She doesn't look quite like me, but I think you guys get the idea. So this is about what it's like to be a teacher at a school sometime with this room full of crazy kids, which I wish I was doing today instead of this. And this is by Rhonda Growler Green, and illustrated by Mike Lester. This is the teacher, all ready for school. She looks like she's ready to attack today. These pictures are really funny in this book. These are the students who rush through the door, who drop off sacks of lunches that smash on the floor and topple the teacher, all ready for school. This is the ant farm that spilled, oh my, on top of a desk with a tissue supply by the students who rushed and toppled the teacher, all ready for school. I've always wanted to get an ant farm. I think that's about the only class pet I could handle. Miss Ryder may have one in the library. We should check it out. This is the snake brought for show and tell time that snuck from its shoebox and slithered and climbed towards the ants that were spilled by the students who rushed and toppled the teacher, all ready for school. You brought a snake to school. Please do not do that. This is the girl with the red runny nose who shrieked at the ants crawling inside of her clothes. And the long snake that climbed towards the ants that spilled by the students who rushed and toppled the teacher, all ready for school. Excuse me. These are the cupcakes that flew through the air when the birthday boy slipped over the chair. On the scared girl who shrieked, and the long snake that climbed towards the ants that were spilled by the students who rushed and toppled the teacher, all ready for school. I know some of you guys will probably think that's pretty funny. This is the loose tooth that fell down the drain that got stuck kerplunk, so the janitor came, our custodian, that'd be Mr. Burden, and slid on some cake by the scared girl who shrieked, by the long snake that climbed towards the ants that were spilled by the students who rushed, and the toppled teacher, all ready for school. These are the books that went tumbling, oops, when passed out in stacks for a round of reading groups. Near the tooth that was found in the cupcake that flew, a scared girl who shrieked at the long snake that climbed towards the ants that were spilled by the students who rushed and toppled the teacher, all ready for school. Now the books are flying. What could possibly happen next? This is the hamster. The hamster's like kind of like a little rat mouse that spins in a wheel that somehow escapes making everyone squeal. Squeal, ee! And hides behind books near the tooth that was found in the cupcakes that flew by the scared girl who shrieked at the long snake that climbed towards the ants that were spilled by the students who rushed and toppled their teacher, all ready for school. Now this line here is kind of like a path line, shows you where the hamster got out of his cage, walked around, and now everybody's scared of them. They're jumping on their seats. This is the room where they gather for lunch, where their food spills and splats as they slurp and they munch. Eek, that hamster spins in the wheel. Looks like our cafeteria. This is the ball that was hit with a whack and soared through the pane with a smashity smack. Near the room where they munch and eek, that hamster spins in a wheel. So they hit the ball and went all the way into the classroom. There are raindrops that plop and drizzle down, soaking their heads and making them frown. After whack, the ball soared near the room where they munched, and eek, there's a hamster that spins in a wheel. There's a bad bee that buzzed through the crack and zoomed around the room in a stinging attack. As the raindrops fell plop, after whack, the ball soared near the room where they munch, and eek, that's where the hamster spins himself in the wheel. So they got a hole in the roof, rain's coming in, and this bee. This is the fountain that made a huge lake when his drain was clogged by the show and tell snake. And the bad bee went buzz, and the raindrop fell plop, and after whack the ball soared near the room where they munch, and eek, there's a hamster that spins on the wheel. This is the kid that got sick that day, so the janitor came with a mop and some spray. The fountain that caught by the... So we start again. This is the kid who got sick that day, so the janitor came with a mop and some spray. By the fountain that clogged as a bee went buzz, and the raindrops fell plop. After whack the ball soared near the room where they munch, and eek, the hamster that spins on a wheel. You guys are keeping this guy busy. This is the mural they made with a splash, and yikes, it caused paint cans to teeter and crash. Near the kid who got sick by the fountain that clogged as a bee went buzz and the raindrops fell plop. After whack the ball soared near the room where they munch, and eek, there's a hamster that spins on a wheel. That's a lot to say. This is the line where they stand tall and straight, knowing tomorrow they'll be back by 8. And to march by the mural they made with a splash. This is the teacher with books in a bag. She walks from the building beneath the tall flag, leading the line past the mural they made near the kid who got sick by the fountain that got clogged. As the bee went buzz, the raindrops fell plop. After whack the ball soared near the room where they munched, and the hamster that hid by the books that fell, oops, near the tooth that was found. And the cupcakes that flew by the scared girl who shrieked as a long snake climbed towards the ants that were spilled by the students who rushed and toppled the teacher. What a day. All ready for bed. She looks exhausted. So this is her at the end of the day compared to the beginning of the day. I don't know. I can't speak for everyone, but I would much rather be this person right now, tired, and hang with you guys all day. I'm sure Miss Haber, Miss Bossy, Miss Kitty, Miss Kelly, and Stacy, and Miss Kim all feel the same way. We'd much rather be hanging with you guys instead of our own houses every day with you guys. I hope you guys are well. We will talk to you soon.